Hey everybody, welcome back to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker, aka the Silver Fox. Today's date is the 2nd of June 2025. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Mint's product schedule. They've added some dates, and we need to look at them. Also, we're going to be doing a little bit of a dive into that Army Privy mark, and we're going to compare and contrast that one to the V75 2020 American Silver Eagle. But before any of that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to reach a bazillion subs. It's a really big number. Not sure exactly what that number is, though, but it's pretty ginormous, I would imagine. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, let's bounce over here to moneymentals.com. All right, looks like, well then, whoa. That's an interesting picture we've got here painted for us this morning. Okay, so gold is up 58.35 to 33.60.95. I would imagine it has something to do with what's going on in Eastern Europe. Now, silver's up 28 cents to 33.47. Platinum down 12.45 to 1,055.55. Palladium up 3.05 to 1,005.30. And Dr. Copper, I believe, well on its way to $5 a pound, is up 20 cents to 4.90. Down here, you're looking at in stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is 6.49 for the quantity 1 through 39. They got you paying 39.96 down here. This is the buyback, the sell to them price. It's 34.67, and that is definitely $1.20 over the spot price right there. Now, next stop's going to be the United States Mint product schedule, and we're going to go ahead and actually go back up to probably here. Here we go. So this is May 6th. It's just about almost a month ago now. We have the Candy half dollars. Those are add to bag still, both products, the 2-roll set and the bag. Then we've got the American Innovation coins from Florida. All 4 product options are still available as of right about now. We also have the American Eagle, that 1-ounce uncirculated silver coin that is still available. And I'm mentioning these because it's one of these 3 that's going to be probably the first coin or product to sell out from the United States Mint out of all the products they have released so far this year. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Now, we're also going to be looking at the product schedule because they've came up with a bunch of new dates all the way up, I think, until late August, which is fantastic. So check this out. Let's keep on keeping on. So 11 days from now, that's the product that we're going to be looking at just real quick here. This is the 250th anniversary United States Army Proof. All right, you got to see this. And this is the product right here. 100,000 is the product limit. Here's the household order limit is 3. Okay, it's $105. And I think there's a lot of people going, well, is this going to be a big sellout the first day? I think it will probably be a big sellout the very first day. I don't believe that it's going to be lingering on enough to have anybody come back the next day. In fact, I don't even think the Mint is going to take away the household order limit of 3. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that the household order limit is 3. I think it should be closer to 1, especially with that limited product limit of 100,000 for this beauty right here. And I think there's a lot of folks who want this particular look. So there's American Silver Eagle collectors, and then there's people who like military. So this combines both of those. And here's a little bit of perspective here. This is a video I did probably, let's see, 4 years ago now. It says this is the V75 Privy mark right there. You can see it. The mintage on this was 75,000, and this was after it was gonzo, right? It's on remind me status. Well, look at that. Household order limit of 1 was still there, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. And, you know, one of the things about this particular American Silver Eagle, the V75, look at this. This is eBay. 69 results for the 2020 V75 Silver Eagle Proof 70. Look at this brand new listing for $900. Actually, it's $1,000 with $7 delivery. Look at this, 128. These are both Proof 70 Ultra Cameo, folks. Beautiful labels, no doubt about it. This one's got John Mercanti signature in there, and 5 bids, 246 here, and that's it. Only 2 of them, only 2 were on new listed. But I'll tell you what, they sell for a good bit of money. Let's check out those sold items real quick. Like, bam, and ended recently. Let's go ahead and, yeah, that's fine. So this sold on, I don't think that's going to work. Here we go, June 1st. That was just yesterday, 550. I wonder why that showed up. Not sure why. That was November 30th, 2024. June 1st, 949. And that is signed by John Mercanti. This one's 460. That's a Proof 70. That's incredible. What an interesting disparity in prices. 650 there, 35 bids. Look at that, 599 there. 526. And I'm showing you this because I do believe that this will probably be in that same area a few years later. I think it's going to be probably a $400 or $500 coin, even though we're only going to spend it $105 for it. So that's amazing. And one of the things I got to tell you, folks, counterfeits. Let's just bounce over here to Coin Community Family here. Yeah, this is kind of wild. So it says here, Counterfeit Detection 2025 West Point V75 Privy American Silver Eagle, and this is from 6/20/2021. So it was a year later after it dropped, right? This is from Numismatic News. Contributor Mike Fazzari reported June 16th, Independent Coin Graders, IGC, received 2 counterfeit. Do you think they chose this one over the other ones for any reason? I'd say that all of them could probably spot a fake. Received 2 counterfeit-proof 2020 West Point V75 American Silver Eagle coins. What? Yeah. Oh boy. And I think that's exactly why we're having Privy Mark after Privy Mark after Privy Mark, because it makes it super hard to manufacture those counterfeits when they have these particular Privy Marks. And that's why the Mint, in my opinion, is leaning in hard on these privies. And people, I imagine a lot of them are like, oh, these Privy Marks are terrible, I hate them, but they may be a necessary device. Now, it says the fakes have fully proof surfaces with deep cameo devices. Collectors who are unfamiliar with the series will be easily fooled by the fakes. Ooh, that's tough to hear. The fact is confirmed by the individuals who were shown the coins as soon as they were detected. However, a side-by-side comparison when the genuine specimen reveals the edge reading and design detail is not correct on the fakes. One defect found on the counterfeit is the presence of tiny holes on the eagle's feather tips. When I notified the collector, he said the coins were purchased on Facebook. Now, note the smooth surface right here, smooth, right? And artful design on the obverse and the genuine coin on the left, and the rough, horizontally furrowed surface on the counterfeit at the right. Come on, look at that. Yeah, there it is, a little rough and gruff, right? Now look at this. Those are the holes they're talking about. The tiny holes of the tips of the eagle's tail feathers can be seen on the reverse of the counterfeit coin. Not liking that very much. So, and honestly, I think it's actually good to have a counterfeit coin. I mean, you probably shouldn't have it, but I think it's good to have to compare and contrast it, right, with a real one. Now, I think having a counterfeit might get you in trouble, so maybe just the images, maybe just the photos are worthy. But do you know anybody with a counterfeit coin that they use to compare and contrast real coins with? I would imagine that wouldn't be so bad, but you never know. Yep, for ongoing discussion. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer in the summer, right? So let's keep on keeping on with the Mint schedule, okay? So we have here July 10th. We already knew about that. July 14, July 17. I love that. That's my uncirculated coin set for 2025, and that is the only place you're able to buy uncirculated Lincoln cents on the whole of the U.S. Mint website. And I hope that changes next year if we're able to get bags and rolls of the Lincoln cent for numismatic purposes only, of course. Now, look at this, July 40. Oh, I can't even speak. I'm so geeked up. The July 24 release of the Superman 2.5-ounce silver medal. I got to have this. This is amazing. If you've seen the video, it's just incredible. He looks like the Man of Steel. He's yoked, no doubt about it. And I just got to have it. So one of the things about this particular, let me open it up right here. So this is the Superman 2.5-ounce silver medal. And I do believe it's going to be a lot similar to this right here. This is the U.S. Army 2.5-ounce silver medal. It was $225 when it came out. Had a product limit of 10,000. And I think that's exactly what we're going to be seeing for the Superman medal. Where'd it go? Bye-bye. There we go. That's the Superman medal. So I think there's some similarities here that we're going to see between the 2.5-ounce silver medals featuring the Armed Forces and the 2.5-ounce medals featuring the DC Comics. Now, I don't think that we're going to be seeing this outstanding price, because I would be happy to pay that for 2.5 ounces of silver, especially featuring the Man of Steel, but we're probably going to see closer to probably $325 on this. Now, I got to tell you, I looked at these prices for this U.S. Army 2.5-ounce silver medal just yesterday on our live stream, and they're about $225. You can get it for what they sold it for on the Mint website. And I was like, what? That's not any good. And then really what it boils down to, the first 2 issuances, the Air Force and the Navy, were probably the most expensive out of all of the 2.5-ounce silver medals featuring the Armed Forces. But I got to tell you, and I want to thank What Are the Possibilities, kind of helped me snap out of it. He said, yeah, but, there's some people who just like the Armed Forces stuff, and, that's an Army medal. But this is something that connects to everybody's childhood, no matter what they did as a professional life. This is something that connects on a nostalgic childhood level, where all of us, maybe many of us, maybe thought that we were Superman or pretended that we had superpowers, right? So that's kind of amazing. And what would we do with those superpowers, right? We would be superheroes, right? Come on, there it is. Nostalgia. It's fantastic. I love it. Anyway, I think that's it for the metals. Let's get back to the product schedule real quick here. So we got here July 24th, July 29th. That's the American Innovation coins featuring the state of Texas, and that's Mission Control. And then after that, we got August 7th. That's a silver proof set, and that has a very limited mintage, but not as low as the 2024. I think the 2024 is going to be a sleeper. Beep, 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 beep. You know what I mean? Like, never saw that coming. Then August 12th, we've got the American Women Quarters featuring Stacy Park Milburn. And then don't forget tomorrow, I don't even know why I didn't say that. Tomorrow we have the American Women Quarters featuring Dr. Vera Rubin. And it's my favorite quarter of this year and probably of the last 2 years. I just love this design on here and how complex and how complicated it really is. And I do believe that we're going to see some fantastical airs with this particular coin. Let's keep on keeping on. Really, I do mean that. Now, here we go. This is going to be something that's really interesting. And I got to think, what are the possibilities? Again, if you're not subscribed to What Are the Possibilities channel, you might be part of the problem. So this is August 20, American Eagle 2025 1 ounce silver coin, laser beam Privy mark. And here we go, 25 EA. I don't know if you can see that. It says 25 EALE. And I think we've sussed it out. We've figured out what it could possibly mean. I mean, it's a definite possibility of a firm maybe, but we got here 2025 enhanced American laser eagle. How about that? Enhanced. It's an enhanced eagle. What? Yeah. Thank you very much. What are the possibilities? All right, August 21st, we got the high relief 1 ounce gold American Liberty coin. And then we have the American Liberty medal. And that's in proof format this year, not a mint state format. So that's pretty amazing. And also the design of this one, I think the obverse has a sunflower and the reverse is an eagle with like a twisted, not mangled twisted, but like kind of swirling wings. It's really cool, actually. They did a fantastical design on that one. Really love it. American Women Quarters, IW Wells. This is the ornaments, so we're going to blast through those. Those are on August 26th. And then that's the final one. Then August 28th, we have the American Innovation $1 coin proof set. September 2nd, look at that. That's the Morgan proof. All right, September 2nd. Then we got the Peace dollar proof on September 2nd. Then September 4th, we got the American Eagle Palladium reverse proof coin. Then September 23rd. And what's interesting, you, me, and everybody else knows that the United States Mint knows exactly what products are coming out, what they look like, what the packaging looks like, and yet, oh, image coming soon, apparently, is what they'd like to say. And come on, just bust it out. Let's see it. What are we working with here, right? American Eagle 2025 1 ounce silver proof coin out of San Francisco. And what's the mintage on this one going to be like, since they're right sizing a lot of their sales? So not sure. I think this one has no mintage limit yet. Yeah. And a household order limit of 25. But that all could change the closer we get to September, I would imagine. Now look at this, September 25. There they are. This is the second issuance of the DC comic series. And remember, there's going to be 9 total, 3 per year for the next few years, right? This year, 2026, and then 2027. I can't wait. Yeah. Did you vote? I voted. I wanted Nightwing. That's cool. I like Nightwing. That's Batman's buddy. All right, here we go. Batman on September 25th. And then after that, we run out of dates. We only have seasons. So we're looking at the U.S. Marine Corps Privy and the Navy Privy, and What Are the Possibilities also suggests that the Navy is going to come first, since their birthday is earlier than the Marines. I think the Marines was November 10. Now, American Innovation reverse proof coin set. That's going to be in the fall. And then I think the last 6 products, here we go. Althea Gibson, American Woman Quarters. And then we have the Wonder Woman coins. That's in the fall. And don't forget, when the first DC comic coin does drop on, I want to say, July 24th, it will be, coincidentally or not, it will be at the same time, the very, very first day of the Comic-Con in San Diego, California. So that'll be pretty interesting. Now let's get back to the season of fall. There we go. We're going to fall backwards. There we go. DC Comics on Wonder Woman. And then look at this. DC Comics, Wonder Woman. And we do know that the United States Mint did slash the product stated product limit for the limited edition silver proof set by 20%. It only has 40,000 available. If you looked at sales for these particular items for the last 2 years, they're only at about 23 to 27,000. So what the Mint could have really done is not only slashed it to 40,000, they could have right-sized it at 30,000 and then been done with it. So I would expect maybe, I don't know, they could, but maybe next year, they might make this 30,000 instead of the 40 that they've shrunk it to this year. So Mighty Minter's ornaments. Then we have Morgan and Peace Dollar 2-coin reverse proof set. I was really stunned by that one not having more value when it first came out. So I'm going to pass on that one. US Mint ornament, pass. And then we have here, yeah, that is going to be really interesting. We talked a little bit about this yesterday on the live stream, and what is this going to look like, right? 25th anniversary Sacagawea golden dollar, 24 karat, 1/2 ounce gold proof coin. And I like the fact that it's a 1/2 ounce instead of the full ounce, because if it was a full ounce of gold, well, that would be a very expensive anniversary coin at probably $4,000, I would think. Yeah, and because it's 1/2 ounce, it's probably going to be half that price, maybe a little bit over. But still, we're waiting to see what this design looks like, and I gotta ask you, what do you think the reverse is going to look like? The reverse of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar? With that proof with the extra tail feathers? I would hope it has the extra tail feathers. That's just me. Or is it going to have the uncirculated design? These are all questions that are fantastical, and waiting an answer. Now let's keep on keeping on. I do want to go to the plus ones now. This is really important for what the time period of the world we're living in. This is Psalm 34:15. It says, "Turn from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it." Now, I don't know how much clearer, how much more plainer you could put it, but I think what this means is our duty. Yeah, everybody's got a duty, right? What's your duty? Well, my duty, our duty to proactively work for peace and turn away from evil. Evil! Yeah, like they said, Barnacle Boy. Yeah. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, when they said evil. SpongeBob, you know the deal. Anyway, that's Psalm 34:15. It's our duty. It's mine, it's yours, it's his, it's theirs, it's hers. Yeah, if you got a face, it might be your duty. Now let's bounce over here to 39's Fine, 99.9 KOI and Coin News Radio. There's a life vest inside this video. Did you know that? Yeah, absolutely. And this is from matisyahu, and it's One Day is the name of the song, and it's by these life vests inside, folks. And it's about a kindness boomerang. Do you know about the kindness boomerang? Yeah, it's kind of like you share a smile with somebody who's blue, and they're going to give it back to you, or maybe even to somebody else. Yeah, it's like an energy that just flows out, because energy can't really be destroyed. It can only be converted, right? And that's kind of an amazing thing. So if you put some positive energy towards somebody, they're going to reflect that positive energy as well. And that's a beautiful thing, I would think. Now, with that said, I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're hearing, see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. What's not free? Yeah, it's membership. It's $1.99 a month. And then there's some items in the store that really are awesome. You should be probably checking out. It's that CentFinder hunting mat. That coin roll hunting mat is fantastic. I'd get the 31.5-inch one right now. It's on sale. It's $21.99. Let me see. I think it's $21.99. It was $29.99. Here it is. That's the 22-inch one. That's not as huge. I would go for the 31. Even look at $21.95. And that one's $17.95. I would go with this one here all day long. And it really helps, because you know what? This legend is really what it's all about. And our friend Mickey Minsky over at Iris Gifts designed this one so that you could find rare and valuable Lincoln cents quickly and efficiently, spending less time referencing which varieties go with what year. And I do need to make a video about this and stop yammering about it at every end of the video. So here we go. Bingo. You guys have a great start of your week here in June. It's going to be a fantastic summer. I know it, you guys. It's going to be, who knows, right? But it's what we put into it. It's our perspective. And that's why I'm saying it. It's going to be a great summer, because that's how we feel about it, right? Stacker out.